Technology from Biochemical Engineering. He's a Bachelor of Pharmacist. He's MD in Alternative Medicine, Diploma in Project Management in Pharmaceuticals, Advanced Computing from CDAC, and his yoga journey is also that he is a certified yoga master from the Ayush ministry. He is pursuing his PhD in the weight loss journey. So without any further ado, I will let's welcome Raghav ji to start the session, explain you certain aspects of the program and take us forward. Over to you, Raghav ji.
Thank you, Gyan. Thank you so much. The introduction was bigger than the vertebral column itself. I could understand that more than 30 sentences. I could see 32 sentences, and of course, what we are going to do in this last 40 this particularly coming 40 minutes, that we will know about first of all about our neck, number 1, number 2, how it functions, number 3, what causes its ailments, and number 4, how to detect those ailments, and number 5, what are the remedies over it, what are the precautions over it, and also some of the remedies. So those are the things which we are going to approach it through this 40 minutes. My aim is that whatever I learned over the small period of time should be contributed to you, so that you will get awareness of it. And there are some certain scientific terms which will be involved in it. And these scientific terms, I think, will explain it. And particularly you can also put your questions afterwards on this, and then we will have a question answer session. If the time permits, definitely we'll have a discussion, and we'll also have another session specifically on the complete backbone. So because see, backbone or vertebral column is not a thing which to be explained in 1 hour, right? People, they have decades together studying this, particularly this whole backbone, and still they could not understand what this backbone is, and hence the neck pain or the stiffness, or there is a itchy sensation inside the neck, or there is a pain, sharp pain. All these things, how they are connected. So let's come to first part of it. What is neck is made up of? Neck is made up of 7 cervical vertebrae. What is vertebrae? You can say that they are actually bone couplings. So one above the other, I have some of the actually this particularly the chart. You can see that this cervical vertebrae C1 to C7. So this is a complex structure actually, but they are fit into each other. So these are basically couplings kind of thing. They are fit into each other. These 7, the first vertebrae known as atlas, the second is known as axis, then it is known as C3, C4, C5, C6 and C7. So here the point here is that between these vertebrae there is an intervertebral disc. So this particular portion I am saying about exactly, between this vertebrae there is an intervertebral disc, because there is a cushion required. Now whenever this intervertebral disc is aberrated, or it get actually a kind of very heavy usage of it, then it causes a pain. Ultimately it gives it to know that there should be a pain. See, now the structure is so complex. If you understand the structure, you will understand your pain. Between this disc there are nerves which are coming out, there are veins which are coming out, and there are arteries which are coming out. Now see, so much complex structure, and if you go to somebody who is just nowadays on Facebook and WhatsApp, you will find somebody is just holding a person and giving a one jerk, and then your pain is gone. My request to everybody, don't go for such things. In 1 second your whole life will be gone. So my request, don't go for such thing. Try to adapt those things which are actually very traditional even in epics. You can also connect to a very good physiotherapist, doctor, your family doctor, but don't go for some jerks or somebody, some baba who does the one with one blow he can or she can rectify your pain. Don't go for that. So much complex structure, we don't know what is happening there. So there is some idea about it, that nerves which are there, they are again from C1 to C7, there are nerves which are coming out. These nerves right from ear to hands to actually towards the diaphragm, which is responsible for the respiration, everywhere they get spread. And that's why neck pain can be associated with multiple other symptoms, right? So I have a neck pain, that does not mean I have something particular type of. You have to analyze what type of neck pain that the person has. Ideally, to say this, our neck is a kind of pivotal kind of joint. This pivotal means it can whirl on left, on right, and to some extent, because of its the cushion in the intervertebrae of cervical vertebrae, it can go back and little bit down. So this pivotal joint, or what you can say, a joint which is actually one rod is there, and around that rod there is a kind of circular disc is there, and that disc can move left and right. This kind of pivotal joint is there to neck. So you cannot give neck a liberty of whirling it or rotating it in a way not more than some angle. So that is the first thing we should be very careful about it, that when we move our neck should not be in more than an angle which is permitted. It should not be more than that angle. This is the first precaution which we should actually think of. Where is this particular disc is or the pivotal structure is located? It is located at the atlas, which is the first vertebra of it. So you can imagine, whenever there is a challenge or a problem in the atlas, which is the first vertebra, this is also connected to your brain, because the spinal cord ultimately ends into a brain structure also, and there are vacuoles, means there is a liquid inside that, correct? The spinal cord also contain inside the vertebrae, there is a tube which is which contains cerebrospinal fluid, and this actually carries that cerebrospinal fluid to the brain. So that also is there. So if there is a problem in your atlas vertebra or nearby any nerve, there will be headache also. So no doubt about it that some people, they have a neck pain, after that it ends into headache. So neck pain also lead to headache. Let's find out what are the different causes of it, very importantly. So first very important cause is a long-term posture. Key thing, long-term posture. Suppose if I sit long-term, seeing my notebook this way, it will cause definitely a pain in my right side, or it may cause pain at the back, because you can imagine there is an intervertebral disc which is actually getting pressed on one side, the nerve is getting pressed on another side. So long-term posture is a key problem. What does it contain, long-term posture? For example, if you are sleeping with a pillow which is not a correct size, it will cause neck pain. Then not moving a neck in a direction for which it is permitted. For example, if I don't move my neck for many days to this direction, say for example angle of 30 from the vertical angle, or angle of 40 to the vertical angle, definitely I will have a plasticity or stiffness at the one side of it. So posture and the moment, right? Moment of neck. So your moment of neck should be always almost 180 degree on one side, right? Or almost a 90 degree from the vertical, or right side almost 90 degree from the vertical. So that is a key question. Then second is some people they may have osteoporosis. Okay, osteoporosis is very common when calcium deficiency is there or phosphate deficiency is there, or generally in case of menopausal syndromes, this osteoporosis where the your bones get brittle and a partial effect is there on the vertebral column, and this causes again a neck pain. So we don't come to know, we will come to know later part of time. So at that point of time, definitely all our doctors, they provide the calcium tablets and all those kind of series of remedies are there. Of course, accident could be one reason for this, that if there is accident or there is a sudden jerk, so never give any sudden jerk to any of your neck vertebra. I've seen people who are doing Mayurasana, they are also listening to music. If you are doing Mayurasana, your complete dhyan, your complete concentration should be at, say, Manipur chakra. So do not pay your attention, because when you pay your attention, your neck is responsible for that attention partially. Apart from your mind, your brain, your neck is also responsible. So neck plays very important role during dhyan, right? So whenever you have a stiff neck, or you are doing some asanas, try to put attention. That is the difference, the basic difference between asana and exercise. Exercise in gym, nobody will tell you kendrit your dhyan or centralize your whole concentration on particular organ or particular mind. In yoga, it is always customary that your attention should be according to the organ to which it is stretched is there, the organ to which the actual kind of a whole energy get concentrated on, there our dhyan should be there, right? So we should also keep our attention to a particular organ during our asanas. Many of the neck ailments, they appear because of exercise itself, because people are not attentive to or concentrating on their own exercise. They're concentrating more on mirror, they're concentrated who has come to gym, who has not come to gym, and like that. That is another reason. Pinched nerve is another reason. What is that? Pinched nerve. So suppose if you have, because of certain condition, if you are pressing your nerve, getting your nerve pressed between two vertebrae beyond certain limit, it gives a pain, and these pain are really unmanageable. This kind of pains, they are really unmanageable. Of course, doctors, they give painkillers, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory agents, NSAID, what we say it as, or diclofenac, or there are a number of pain killers are there. Ultimately, these painkillers won't they are the symptomatic treatment, and they won't cure your actual ailment there. What it does, it will relieve the pain. As a result of it, your pain, relieving a pain, you will able to move those portions of your neck. As a result of it, there will be more and more blood flow will be there, and anywhere in the body, when the blood flow increases, anywhere, your body heals itself, not because of painkiller. Very simple, increase the blood flow to that particular portion, and you will find that you have rectified it almost 50% of it. Sometimes herniated disc is also a reason. So protrusion of disc, or there is a wear and tear of disc. So in case of, say, cervical spondylosis, you will find that sometimes herniated disc, and people, they then doctor don't allow them to bend forward. You should always bend backward, and those kind of instructions they give, because the disc is herniated. Disc come out of those between the two vertebra, it will protrude out, and sometimes this disc also press the nerve, press the artery, and as a result of it, there is a neck ache, right? One important, another reason for neck ache is stress and mental or a physical strain, and this is a key one. you will say how this stress is related to neck. Whenever you are in stress, you will find, see, I'm finding so many people here, they have their neck position. Okay, for example, I'm finding Fauzia, she has tilted her neck right from the beginning towards the right. I very key thing, right? If my neck is always this way, definitely I am going to have a neck ache, right? So this is what the stress may be of listening to me. The stress may be of that there is a something kept on the gas, and probably the milk is kept on the gas, and the gas is not on slow or small flame, and then I have to close it down. But when this person will actually close his session, on that basis I will have to shut down my back gas. So stress can be anything, but during stress, what you will find that your neck will have a particular moments. No doubt, nowadays 90% of the people, it is already in the research papers that the neck ache is because of mobile or screens, right? So neck is because of mobile or screens. They have found that if more than 6 hours of screen time you have, and if you don't do neck exercise, ultimately you have a hunch at the back in the cervical, and it will cause a damage to your complete nerve fibers here, right? So mental stress, even a physical stress, is a cause of actually the neck ache. There are certain very rare conditions like tumors are there, that also causes a neck ache, or sometimes there is a neck fracture also. Maybe if you have osteoporosis, or you have accidents, or you have some jerk, it may cause neck fracture. Or there is one more reason, that is wrong posture pillow. Okay, specifically during sleeping time, you will find that when you are sleeping, in a supine position where pat is touching to the bed at that point of time, and you are facing the sky, at that point of time the width of pillow should be as small as possible. Many people, they don't even prefer pillow, but when you are sleeping on the right side or on the left side, so sideways, at that point of time your pillow should be bigger one. Now such pillow doesn't exist, that it will adjust according to the according to the position of a person. The best way is that whenever you take a pillow which is actually definitely a little bit bigger in size, only when you are sleeping on the sides. Otherwise you have to take a very thin pillow, or don't take pillow when you are at the supine position. Try to do this. Again, this depends on how much amount of fat you have on the pat. If you have huge amount of fat on the pat, then definitely your head needs bigger pillow, because head doesn't have much fat on the cranial, right? But your pat has a fat, and as a result of it your pillow should be accordingly. Everybody needs different pillow. First of all, this is a very key thing. But we don't get different pillow size. You have to search for that. The pillow should be a very specific for each person. Okay, what happens sometimes, what are the different types of neck pain? One neck pain is that your neck pain will be such that your neck will get stiff. Even if you move little bit, the mobility will be hampered. Okay, at that point of time you will find that, particularly say if you try to move your neck left or right or back, you'll have a ache at the side or at the back. You will find, what is the way to determine it? Try to move the neck on all sides, and you will find that there is a particular position. You can move it here, you have little bit of neck ache there. This position, say for example I have a little bit of neck ache on this side, because I am seeing it right on right side from last 1 hour, 1.5 hour, and that's why I have a headache, I have a neck ache here, right? So you have to determine that particular point first. Where is my neck ache exist? And never ever try to give jerks. just very slowly try to go to that position. Okay, I have a ache here. Try to move it little bit there itself and come back. This kind of thing, first very simple treatment of it, go there and come back. Then there is a impairment in the coordination, and this is something like I want to move my neck on the left and it is not getting moved itself. Then you have to definitely see the doctor. If you have a headache, the type of neck ache you have, if you have a headache, ultimately it means that there is something wrong. So there is something like you might not have a proper blood pressure. Okay, you have a neck ache and headache also. You might not have even taken water. That also causes headache, and that also causes neck ache. You might not have kept your head properly when you are traveling. That causes the neck ache. The real emergency is there when you have radiating pains from neck. If you have radiating pains from neck, you should immediately see your doctor, because that has a serious checks. No doubt that radiating pains can occur in a simple neck ache of where the muscle has an ache and the neck ache occur. But definitely when radiating pains are there, it means that they are going across the nerve. Okay, so considering that particularly the most people over the period of age, they get a cervical spondylosis, where you will find that 85% of people older than 60, they get affected by this cervical spondylosis. Maybe it can be because of the osteoarthritis, it may be because of affecting the disc, or it may be because of the menopausal syndrome and afterwards, or it may be because of the calcium deficiency. But cervical spondylosis is a condition where person then start complaining about the neck. Very importantly, yoga is a preventive medicine. It's a preventive treatment and not as a reactive or it is a curative treatment. But still, it has good effects. But I'll tell you one principle of yoga. Anywhere, everywhere, even in case of neck ache. If you try to do yoga to that extent where the element is already there, and a extent if you are doing a yoga where element is there, it will get aggravated. You have to do to that extent where body supports you. If you have, for example, big pain of particularly of say spondylosis, and you are doing suppose you are doing Padahastasana, it's a problem. But if you do Padahastasana when you don't have spondylosis, it will prevent the definitely spondylosis. It will definitely give you a good blood flow at neck. Okay, there are chances that when doctor have prevented you to do back bending and you are doing Bhujangasana, there is a problem. So yoga is a preventive medicine. Remember, yoga is not the magic. The magic is our body. Body sustain. Body gets a endurance. Body gets a capacity to sustain the jerk, and hence it prevents it. So yoga should be used very legibly with the wisdom of yoga, right? So also there are chances that if you are not taking a lot of water, there is a neck ache. You'll say, what is the connection of not taking water? Very simple connection. Water is a key lubricant in our whole body. This water molecule, they are literally work as a lubricant, because every fluid in our body is composed of water except sebum, which is actually coming out of the sebaceous glands. Coming to the reasons of spondylosis, then you can have because of bone spurs, bone is stiff and it is protruded. You can have because of the stiff ligaments, or you can have because of the herniated disc. But all these things you will find that these are the reasons which are given in the medical sciences. What is the root reason? root reason comes only in two halves. One half is your diet, and second half is your daily activities. Very clear about it, that what is the reason of this particularly cervical spondylosis. That those are the two key main reasons. Now, I'll tell you how. Have you seen a dog having a cervical spondylosis? Very rarely, because dog is always agile with his neck. Dog always, when the dog wake up, he will do Shwanasan. Okay. When the cat, have you seen cat having a cervical spondylosis? Never, because whenever cat actually actually shows her anger, she will be at a cat pose 2. When cat is actually waking up, she will be cat pose 1. So definitely animals may not have those elements which human being has. Very clear. Animals may have those which because of the nature they have, but not because of the habits. So we have to learn from animal. So let's go to the remedy portion of it. Okay, we come to know what are the details about neck, what are the details about how the neck ailment occur, what are the remedy. First of all, if you are taking alcohol or smoking, please quit it. Okay, these are the two things which I think we should not speak about, but this should be quit. Okay, second, very good posture in sleeping. Third, always 32 minutes is the time where scientists have said that if you are keeping your neck 32 minutes constantly at particular position, your neck is in danger. So every 32 minutes, what you have to do, go for the breaks, because this is also mechanical system. This has also temperature, subjected to pH, subjected to pressure. So every 32 minutes at least do all those physiotherapical the exercise which are given in our pops up which are coming in TCS. So that is another thing. Phone is another thing. If possible, try to connect your phone to your PC, or try to connect your phone to your TV, and try to do WhatsApp or Facebook or everything from that. Do not try to actually see the phone by bending down. That is the key thing which I think we should think of. It is a principle. Principally, it is said that we should have anything and everything in front of us. Not this way. It should be this way. In front. It should be this way. So, for that particular thing, you have to have a setup of anything and everything. Even the mirror is there, that should not be at the down, or that should not be at the upside. It should be in front of us. So similarly, our mobile should be connected to some screen, and that screen should be in front of us. So very important, never keep the phone between your neck and your shoulder. So that is the worst thing that you will actually present it to your neck. So this way, some people have a way that okay, they will hold it between the neck and the shoulder, right? That's the worst thing. Avoid carrying heavy bags. Always it is very customary that when you lift your bag, at that point of time, your whole vertebral column should be straight. As a result of it, you will find that the weight will appear on the shoulder. The weight will appear on your thighs, and your neck and the whole vertebral column will be saved. But people have tendency that they will bend forward, they lift it, and they will not give any pains to their thighs. Always give pains to your thighs. Thighs is the strongest portion of our body, and give pains to the thighs. Okay, so if you would like to analyze what is the type of neck pain. So first of all, if you get aware about the neck pains, that this is a type of this pain, then you are half done. For example, if you find that there is a numbness or there is a tingling sensation, there is a weakness in the arms, this is a neuronal connection pain. Okay, so first find out type of pain. Or if you find that there is a weight loss along with the neck pain, you have to see the doctor. Or there is a radiating pain. This is also known as myelopathic pain. If there is a radiating pain, then there is a definitely problem. You have to see the doctor. Another point is that if you have a pain, at what time the pain is. For example, is it early morning pain is there, or is it at the time of sleeping, or is it in the afternoon? If this particular pain is early morning, definitely it is connected with your sleeping. If it is at the end of the day, definitely it is connected with your posture in your day. If the neck ache is always on the one side of your body, always left side, definite that you are doing something on the right side much more. So you have to determine where is the locus of it, second, time of it, type of it, and then the extent of it. Right? If you have neck pain and chills, fever, you have to immediately see the doctor. Right? So numbness means your nerve is actually playing with it. If you have loss of bowel, or if you have indigestion along with the neck pain, this is again a very critical situation. So you'll find that there are several situations where you should immediately see the doctor. Do not apply our yoga knowledge or our knowledge of the anatomy, physiology. Let's see the doctor, because they see all these things for more than years together, decade together. They'll come to know what type of pain it is. Right? Okay, let's come to something like what are the actual remedies of it. So these remedies in Ayurveda, they are divided into a kind of four types. One, ahar, vihar, achar, and vichar. These are the four remedies for everything they have said. Naturopathy divided into ahar means what should be your meal. Vihar, how you should have your activity, and how should you actually deal in daily activity. Achar, what to do for this particular neck pain. And vichar. So you'll say, why vichar? See, vichar is a key thing where you will find that when you are in anger, at that point of time you may have chances of neck pain, because your anger will actually cause a tension in your spinal cord. You will surprised to know that when you have reflex action, for example, if you have some very sharp thing and it got stuck to your finger, you will actually pull your complete hand backwards. So this particular reaction doesn't go to brain. This actually return back from the vertebral column itself. It means that vertebral column is responsible for even giving you the decision for your action and reaction. So reaction is through vertebral column. That's why we say, you apply your brain and respond. This is the key sentence. Respond, don't react. This is the key sentence which is used. You have to respond to any stimuli, not to react. React means you are not use your brain, you are use your vertebral column. Right? So the vertebral column, if there is a challenge in vertebral column, there is definitely challenge in at least that vertebra where the vertebral column is in danger. What is the best way? If you have, say, atlas kind of pains, or the pain at the first two vertebra, the best way is you press the thumb. Very simple, because these thumbs thumb, they are responsible for a brain as well as the vertebra which actually encompasses in this above the portion of the neck. So best press the thumb. That is one remedy, very simple. Okay, the very important remedy, and I will tell you the principle of it. Principle of it is that move your neck, okay, very slowly on the complete angle wherever it is possible. So this is a Brahma Mudra 2, which is you have to close your eyes, otherwise there will be a nausea. Try to touch without lifting your shoulder. Try to touch your ear to your shoulder. Try to touch the another ear to the another shoulder. So these, if you do it so for 5 to 6 times, you will find that you get a very quick remedy of it. At least after 32 minutes you should do it, and you should do it anti-clockwise also. Needless to say that your breathing should be like you are taking a breath and then breathe out. Breathe in when you come in front and then breathe out. Okay. Then this particular neck is also handled by hands. How? For example, very simple. Press it this way. Do not pull it in a way that you will create a problem to the neck. Very simple. Slowly, and then from this side press it this way. Very key exercise. These are all Sukshma Yoga which are involved, and definitely Shubhangi ji and Gyan and Priyanka ji will teach you all these things. Similarly, by other hand, 1 and 2. So 1 and 2. Simple. The another thing is, try to push the neck on the left side very slowly. Do not make it too much pressure on the cheeks, and then slowly on the left side. You will find after all this exercise what we are learning, your neck will be completely free. One more is, take a deep breath, and with the breathe out, go down. Try to touch your chin to the chest. Those who are suffering from cervical spondylosis, they should not do it. Again, take a deep breath. Try to take neck with the back bending. Take a deep breath here and slowly come back and breathe out. Another principle is that your hands are connected to your neck. I'll tell you a very simple exercise, but with your hand is set tight on the right. So I'm holding my right arm with the left hand this way, and now try to move your neck on the left side. You'll find little bit of resistance is there. Similarly on the right, a different kind of resistance is there. Similarly, my right hand, I am holding by right hand the left arm of my hand, and again move it. 1, 2 with the normal breathing, and you will find there is a stretch. If Uttana Mandukasana, Ardha Uttana Mandukasana, if I keep my both hands at the back this way and try to move it, you will find again a different kind of muscles they are actually moving. My left hand, I am keeping it at the right patella, and now very slowly with the right hand I am moving it very slowly. Be slow about it. Moving it on the right side, and again on the left side, you will find there are many different muscles which are actually getting moved. Again with my right hand on the left patella, I am trying to move it this way. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and now my right hand on the left left hand on the right, and I am trying to move my neck. Keep your trunk constant at the constant position. Move only neck, and you will find that your complete neck is getting freed up. Very simple. Your different position of the hand, which gives a different kind of movement and stretch. Keep this way, one hand on this particular side, and slowly move your neck on the right, move your neck on the left, and you will find at some point of time you will find that there are different kind of muscles which are getting used. Left hand on the right shoulder, and then move very slowly left and right, and you will find that your neck is getting freed. Keep your one hand straight and try to move this hand on the left side, and try to move your neck on the right, and you will find again a very good relief to your vertebral column occur. Similarly, left hand straight and try to bring your left hand on the right. Try to move your neck on the left. Be slow about it. Be cautious and sensitive about your own body. Otherwise, there will be neck ache which will be precipitated here itself. Okay. You'll find apart from this very simple Sukshma yoga, like keeping your both the hands on your shoulder. Try to touch them in front. Okay. Take a deep breath and breathe out. Breathe in. Try to bring or try to carve out a big circle out of it. Very simple, big circle. Okay. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And opposite direction. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And you will find the whole neck is very well freed up. Very simple Sukshma yoga which will give you a neck problem completely eradicated or prevented. So we have seen Brahma Mudra, we have seen shoulder movements. Apart from this, Ushtrasan, you'll find Ushtrasan is one asana. Definitely Shubhangi ji and Gyan sir as well as Priyanka ji will conduct this Ushtrasan. Yoga Mudrasan is there, okay, which will give you a very good health of your neck. Apart from that, Bhujangasan, Parvatasan or Supta Parvatasan, these will also give you very good health. Of course, no doubt about it that when you do dhyan and meditation, it will add to your complete posture and stability of mind. If you have any challenges, specifically in case of nerves in the neck, the best remedy is to perform Anulom Vilom. You perform Anulom Vilom and you will find that the nerves will be stabilized very well. So Shashankasan, or some people say Naman Mudra, is also very important asana for it. So Shashankasan or Naman Mudra, those people who don't have cervical spondylosis, these people, they should go for Shashankasan or Naman Mudra. Crocodile pose or Makarasan is also another very important asana. So in case of Makarasan, you all know that we have to lie down in a supine position and we have to hold our neck here, keeping your both hands this way, right? So Makarasan is also very important. Garudasan, right? So you can also modify Garudasan this way, that you can hold your both the hands this way, hand palm over each other, right? Very simply, very slowly, right? Move your neck on the right, move your neck on the left, right, left, Now reverse twist, reverse twist. Again move your left neck on the left, move your neck on the right, left, right. Now apart from that, there are modification of Garudasana also there, which can actually give you a very good neck health. For example, you hold this way, your hand, take it up, and then move your neck left and right, left and right. Again, you can hold the reverse way, up, move your hand left, move your neck left and right, left and right. You'll find very simple asanas, but now itself with this particular asanas, you will feel relaxed. Many of you are yawning. There are two reasons of yawning that you are hearing it from last 40 minutes. That is one reason. Another reason is that your vertebral column is relaxed. Whenever your vertebral column is relaxed, you will feel relaxed there, and you will be yawning. So definitely yawning, that because of the lack of oxygen, but at the same time your body is permitting you to yawn. Okay, apart from this, Shwanasana is the key asana, Shwanasana, and Shwanasana also has many poses. Apart from that, cat pose, Marjarasana, these are also very important for neck. Needless to say that people having neck ache, they should never go for the packed food. They should try to stay away themselves. If they don't have any other element related to sodium chloride or salt, they should try to stay away or moderate their salt or minimize their salt. Okay, processed food is another one which contributes to neck ache, processed food. And of course, this is very customary that in yoga, if you are doing yoga and if you want that your yoga should get the best output, then stay away yourself from sugar. So you will reduce your aging, you will reduce your all kinds of abrasions and resistances and challenges and infections. Stay away from sugar. What does stay away from sugar means? Stay away from pav, stay away from toast, stay away from refined flour, maida. Okay, stay away from that. And finally, stay away from bakery products, right? So stay away from that. But better to go for leafy vegetables, better to go for walnut. Walnut is one key where you can definitely get the best out of walnut for neck ache. Berries, right? And ginger, which works as an anti-inflammatory agent. Ginger, you can go for it. And also garlic. All these things, like if you go for little bit more amount of turmeric and little bit more amount of ginger, definitely 10 to 20% of your neck ache and inflammation will be reduced, right? So these are some of the remedies. I think I'm making an injustice to this particular subject, because this subject is studied for years together, and I'm just trying to bring right from physiology and pharmacology to the remedies in yoga. So with this, I think I should control it. One neck, one life, right? One neck, one life. That is a key sentence. So I think if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you for patient listening and controlling your yawning. Definitely, I could see Sonal is controlling her yawning, Anupama is controlling her own yawning. So thanks for that. Please put your question. If I could not answer, I will definitely get back to you on this question. Thank you.
Thank you, Raghavji. This very beautiful insight and taking us through the journey of understanding the neck. A lot of new things we have learned about this neck. That few questions, maybe we're running short of time, but one critical question I see here is frequently get Pravina says that she frequently gets muscle spasms in T1, T2 points below the neck. So can she continue the exercises which you have shown?
Yeah, so these exercises can be done unless and until you have any surgery. Okay, if you have any surgery or if you have any particularly a damage to the particularly thoracic vertebra, then connect with your doctor. But these exercise, the principle of exercise should be understood correctly. See, if I am doing a Garudasana this way and you are not able to do this way, so you do this only, that's it. Do not try to pull it this way and then bring it and then, oh my god, here there's a ache. No, yatha shakti nirantaram. That is a key principle. Yatha shakti, whatever strength I have got, okay, my body permits, I should do nirantaram every day. That's the key. Okay, you can do it, but be sensitive to yourself that when there is a ache which appears, you have to stop yourself. The extent will increase automatically. Accuracy will increase automatically. Right?
And one last question. Other questions we definitely answer in the due course of time also. Anamika says she has acute pain in her tailbone of the spine. What could be the reasons for it?
Yeah, there are many reasons. Some of the reasons, like you may have at the sacral vertebrae, there is maybe a pinch of nerve. At sacral vertebrae, there may be an infection. Inside, there can be an infection. If it is an acute one, which is unbearable, it is a neuronal pain. If it is unbearable, if it is maybe because of the crack or because of the osteoporosis, you should immediately see the doctor. And if it is a very acute that you cannot sustain it, or when during the washroom if this pain is there, definitely you should immediately see the doctor. And this may be because of the challenges at the sacral level. There are chances that when you sit in the car or in the taxi, at that point of time there is a speed breaker, and the speed breaker you are not able to sustain, your sacrum portion are not able to sustain. As a result of it, there is a complete group of nerves near the sacrum vertebrae, that is known as cauda equina, matlab horse tail, cauda equina. There's a bunch of nerves which are coming out. Even if one nerve get damaged, it leads to a problem. The best remedy, what you can, not remedy, I'll say, what best support for this to get rid of it is, you do every now and then mool bandh. Mool bandh will give you lots and lots of advantage over this. So mool bandha is the key. Remember this. Mool bandha is a separate topic again. So I think in this probably will not cover that. But remember mool bandha, Ashwini Mudra. Okay, write it down. You can see it on net. You can get the videos out of it. We have also taken mool bandha in our pranayam session. Mool bandha is the key there. You will get lot and lot of betterment in it.
Thank you, Raghavji, for this answering these questions. I see a lot of questions still not being answered. Don't worry. We have just started. We'll answer all your questions. As we move ahead of the journey. I understand for some of us, the name of the asanas which Raghavji mentioned, some of them we know that how to do, how not to do. We learn in this our 21 days journey. So don't worry. And yes, and before we end the session, as I said, this session would have a small homework daily. If you do that, the next day you will observe the difference also. So today's homework, just observe your neck, the neck positions when you are doing any work, and your sitting position. How often do you bend forward? How straight sit you straight? All those things you just observe for today. Rest we will talk tomorrow, and we'll continue this journey tomorrow. So thank you everyone for joining. Namaste. Have a great evening, great day. See you all tomorrow. Be on
Thank you.
time.
Thank you so much, friends. Please advise your suggestions in comment box.